Wonder Woman issue 1 finds a pool hall break into chaos as a blonde Amazon beats up a man for touching her. The man's friends come to his aid, smashing a pool cue over the head of the woman, but all it does is just break against her skin. The warrior woman grabs the man, telling them that they are not good people. The Amazon attacks the men and kills them all in a bloody mess as a voice tells her that they need to hear the story in its entirety, not to justify what they did, but because they are honored by duty and left nothing in the field of battle except blood and glory. The voice says that they did all of this for their country, as sometime later, the news circuit reports on the massacre at the pool hall along with several other killings, all involving the blonde Amazonian murdering men, causing tensions and anti-Amazonian sentiment to begin to rise. The news brands the women as terrorists with some sort of secret agenda at play. In a bar, Sergeant Steele gets a concerning text message, forcing him to tell the two men he was investigating that he works for the feds, and he was pretending to sell them state secrets to get them out in the open. He reveals to them that he knows that they are trying to ferret out their undercover agents overseas, and he was tasked with finding them and killing them. Steele is a little upset that he didn't get to go through with his whole plan of killing them, but the text he just got means he has to report to some new task force to take down an Amazonian. He removes his glove to reveal a steel hand, pointing it like a gun at the men and shooting them both dead with the laser inside of it. The voice from before says that they insisted Steele be hired since they had been following his work for some time and he had quite the list of accomplishments. The voice knows he was once a private investigator, a CIA agent, and then he worked for and against the superhero community. But the voice really wants him because he was humiliated during the last Amazon attack, and he blamed it all on Diana of Themyscira. Steele approaches the now terrified barman and tells him to give the cops his card, since when they come and investigate what happened in the bar, they are to call the number and everything will be cleaned up. Later in Washington, Steve Trevor tells the disguised Diana that this isn't going to go away, and you don't get someone like Steele to push paper. It means that people are going to get hurt now that he is on the field. Diana knows that she can stop this, but Steve warns her that she can't throw a rope around the whole country. Diana is concerned that if Steele or anyone on his team call for help, will Steve go to his aid? The next day, a man and his daughter are interviewed about Wonder Woman, with the man saying that his daughter loves dressing up as her for Halloween. The girl eagerly proclaims her love for Wonder Woman, but her father knows the Amazonians aren't Americans, and they believe that one kind of person is better than the other, and they want to push them out of their own country and turn them all into their island, with real families with men aren't welcome. He demands they do something before all the men are wiped out, as Congress soon passes the Amazon Safety Act, banning any and all Amazons from US soil until the threat assessment is given. The voice is aware that various Amazons still do live in the US and many lived peacefully, while others found excuses to stay. Sergeant Steele meanwhile knocks on the door of Sibel's house, telling her who he and his heavily armed team of soldiers are, hoping that she'll come obediently. But if she doesn't, his men are very capable of accommodating her other choices. Sibel pleads with the man to leave them be, since her and her wife have a daughter now and she goes to school there. Steele knows all about their adopted daughter and will be taking her and putting her in a comfortable environment away from them. As the soldiers move around the house, they spy the little girl in her playroom. Sibel demands to know who these men think they are to tell her what to do, and Steele merely says that they are the United States of America, the greatest country on earth. Sibel's Amazonian wife catches one of the soldiers with her shield, bashing his head in as she charges Steele's men, being shot down and killed in the process thanks to the soldiers being outfitted with Amazon killing weapons. Steele, unfazed by all this, asks if Sibel wants to tell her daughter that she won't be seeing her mother again, or she should let her men do it while he tosses her body into the back of a truck. Later on the news, a senator is interviewed about the rumors of Amazon mothers being separated from their children and some even being killed in front of their kids, especially after it was reported that there was an orderly evacuation of the Amazons in progress. The senator thinks that if he believed everything he saw on social media, they would have to believe that the country is being run by some sort of secret king. He tells the reporter that everything that is happening is above board and it's their right as Americans to enforce their own laws on their own lands. The reporter asks what he sees as Wonder Woman's role in all of this, as on Themyscira, Queen Nubia asks her ambassador what Diana's response was to the woman telling her to leave the US. The ambassador says that Diana refuses to leave, however she did give up her sword, commanding the ambassador return it to the queen. telling the woman that she is giving it to her so she doesn't fall into temptation in what she needs to do next and use it. A month later, Steele and his men track Diana down to a graveyard. Unseen, Diana tells the man that she is there to give her prayers to the men who were killed in the bar. Steele respects that she wants to pray to the men she killed, but Diana reveals that she didn't do this. Steele, however, meant that her people killed them, knowing that she understood what he meant fully. Diana believes that her sisters have nothing to do with this, and it's why she is there to investigate the lies being spread. Steele begins to tire of the theatrics, wanting her to surrender to his men. As Diana refuses to, a team sniper catches her in his sights, zeroing in on her. Steele reveals that he doesn't want to end this in bloodshed, realizing what Wonder Woman is capable of, and he would rather not stain the snow red. He gives her one last warning for the official permanent record that is happening, but before he can even finish the decree that states that Diana is in violation of the Amazon Safety Act, the sniper fires, but Wonder Woman deflects the bullets with her bracelets. The men surround her and Steele tells her that his men will get this done and send her home. Diana leaps behind the men, telling them that she is home as she whips her lasso around a bunch of them, taking them down before deflecting more gunfire. Steele tries to escape as Wonder Woman throws her tiara, bouncing it between some of the men as she quickly finishes off the team. Wonder Woman confronts the defeated Steele, wanting to talk with him. The sniper from before takes aim, but again, Diana throws her lasso around him, pulling him from the tree, telling Steele that she is looking for Emily, the woman who killed the men in the pool hall, since she would like to know why she did such a horrible thing. Steele, however, is more concerned with her attacking federal agents, but Diana knows that she defended herself. Steele plays dumb, acting like they gave her enough of a chance to surrender, but now she's made her bed. Wonder Woman wants to know why the sergeant is lying, asking the sniper she entangled in the lasso if she was attacking the soldiers when he pulled the trigger. The man says she wasn't, and he was just following orders to kill her on sight. Diana finds that intriguing, but even more intrigued to see what Steele will say when she wraps him in the lasso as well. Steele is angered, lunging at Diana, but she stops his steel fist with her own, telling him that he is assigned to hurt Amazons, so she is obliged to protect them. The man swears at her, and Diana knows that they will meet many more times in the future, and when they do, she hopes that he won't use foul language to refer to her again. She crushes Steele's metal hand like it is nothing, and later, the news breaks of an official arrest warrant put out for Wonder Woman, who at the time is meeting with Steve again in Washington. Diana says that she found Steele was only following orders and didn't know about Emily or where she was or why she killed. He was only there following orders for her. Steve wonders how many court-martials he'll get while just walking with Diana, who tells him that she learned that Steele wasn't being sent by some general or even the president. He was sent by someone called the Sovereign. Elsewhere, the voice revealed to be the Sovereign says that that's just one of their titles, carried on from father to father, extending back to the first travelers to reach the shores of America. A butler meanwhile heads into a giant throne room with a golden crown, placing it on the head of an elderly man as the voice says that they discovered the key to holding America and keeping their rule a secret. The voice reveals that the Sovereign has access to the lasso of lies, and it's now being used to make America bend to their iron will.